Well, lots of people have certain parts on their bodies that seem resistant to diet and exercise, like that spot just above the waistline or midway up the back. You don't have to torture yourself anymore. Instead, just chill out, so to speak. Dr. Therese Stubbs of Therese Aesthetic Medicine is here to explain. Hi, Dr. Ann.
Hi, good to see you.
So it seems everyone has been talking about cool sculpting really in recent years. So explain it to us. What exactly is it?
It is, I hate to say it, but it's the hottest new chilly thing out there. It really does work. Everybody says to me, does this possibly work to freeze fat? But it does. It is basically a little handpiece that we can attach to the body on any fat bulge anywhere. We can do arms, we can do outer thighs, inner thighs, tummies, back bra fat, all these little areas that don't seem to go away with exercise. But it just kind of sucks that little fat bulge into this handpiece, and then two cooling plates cool the fat down. So a person will sit there for an hour, and the new hand pieces are even shorter time pieces, 35 to 40 minutes, and then it kills the fat cells by freezing them.
Okay, so they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. We love to see the before and after, so we're going to check some out and tell us what it took to get them to that after.
This gal right here just had that little pooch, and a lot of women get this after a C-section, after pregnancy, after maybe menopause, where they just don't lose the fat in an area. This is an area that was treated with two small hand pieces twice, so that means 2 hours in that little fat bulge, and then she came back about 60 days later, and we did that again.
Okay, and this one, you can see definitely some more areas.
Yes, this one we did not only her abdomen, but her sides, or what some people call the love handles or the flanks. A lot of people don't like that fat that hangs over maybe the back of the jeans or keeps them from kind of wearing something with that's fitted in the waist area. So,
right.
And this gal from the side, you can see such a big difference. This was basically her lower abdomen being treated with 4 different sessions.
Okay, and the best part about this is, and I'll ask you, how long do the results last?
Well, the beautiful part about this is that when the fat cell is destroyed, it's gone forever. So the cell just breaks open in the body when it hits 32 degrees Fahrenheit or freezing, and then your body naturally clears it, so it's gone for good. Those cells will never come back. As adults, we really don't tend to make any new fat cells. We just kind of expand and contract the ones we have. Hormones, the way we eat, the way we exercise can affect how much we expand those fat cells.
Sure.
But once they're gone, if this is maybe a trouble area or the arms were a trouble area just genetically, that's an area where you have more fat cells or people just build more fat there. Once those cells are gone, then those fat cells don't come back.
Okay, and we saw mostly that abdominal area, the torso, but you mentioned that you can use this on so many other areas.
Yes, and that's, it's been out for a few years, but the company continues to advance the hand pieces. They're more comfortable, they're rounded in different ways. We can now treat underneath the chin, this little fat bulge here that a lot of people don't like. That can often be genetic. People can be at their ideal body weight, but still have that little bulge under the chin that makes them feel heavy or they lose their jawline. So the picture you're seeing right now, this was 2 sessions under her chin with an hour each time, about anywhere between 60 to 90 days between those hours. And it destroys a little bit of fat cells the first time, a little bit more the second time, and the skin retracts beautifully after the cold is applied to it. So people often say, am I going to have a big kind of, a lot of skin there when the fat's gone?
Right.
We tend to see it retract very nicely in the chin area, and if this is the area you're talking about, it does a good job.
And we should emphasize, this isn't so much about weight loss. You're not going to go in and say, I want to lose 20 pounds.
Exactly.
This is getting rid of these stubborn areas.
It's sculpting, and that's why they call it cool sculpting. It's little areas that aren't going away with exercise or diet. If someone, and I always tell patients too, that fat is fluffy, it doesn't weigh a lot. So even when we get rid of a few inches, you might not change on the scale too much, but I don't know a lot of people who care too much about that number on the scale if they're fitting into different clothes and things fit better and they feel better, or their arms feel better in sleeveless items, or that something buttons a little bit better around the waist.
Exactly.
So I don't think anyone's too focused on the scale. Really the fat cells are kind of very airy and fluffy, and so when they're gone and that collapses down, you don't lose too much weight, but you lose inches.
And Dr. Ann, you always have a great offer for daytime viewers. What is it today?
Well, we always do a complimentary consultation because we think it's very important to come in and see what is available and what's the safest for everybody's concern. And we are offering 20% off our already low cool sculpting prices because we dropped them for the holiday season, and we're getting 20% off more in addition to daytime viewers.
Okay, so there is the information on the screen. Contact Dr. Ann. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.